Hello, friends. Welcome to our channel, Knowledge and Wisdom Official. Today, we are going to discuss on one of the most important topic, which is the smart ways to financial success. Or so the reason why we are sharing it because there are a lot of people who came to me and who said that can you share some details on how to become financially independent or financially successful. So generally, these video is for people who are either on above middle class family or upper middle class family, middle class or lower middle class, or probably poor. So these are few things which will generally help them to achieve their financial goals, attain financial success, or at least be independent financially. So there are few points which I'm going to discuss with all of you, but so here you will be learning on. I'm not going to share any gimmicks with you. I'm not going to share any data. I'm not going to share or tell you something which is very bookish. Generally, in our day-to-day activities, whatever problem that we are facing, or how we disciplined ourselves financially, this will make a lot of difference to all of us. And I'm going to share with you only these things which we are either actually doing in our life and we need to better it, or we know about it but we are not doing it and we have not disciplined ourselves. So few uh, you know pointers which I will be sharing it with you so that we can make our self financially independent or financially successful. I just request before we proceed with the video, please do share, subscribe, and do comment on what are the other topics that you want me to discuss on, and please do comments on how you like the video. Okay, please do provide me your inputs also. So let's proceed with the video. It's really very important. The first thing is, like, generally you must have seen that today's world has become very materialistic. Wherever we go to malls, we see that there are n number of things which we desire to buy. We go to restaurants, there are n number of things we desire to consume or eat. When we go outside, we go for movies. The moment you step out, your expenses start. So what we need to do is, which is really very important, is that we need to curtail the expenses. We need to budget our expenses for the entire month based on our income, and we need to ensure that we don't spend the entire money, or we don't spend more than our earning or our income or our revenue. We should spend only the budgeted amount of our income. So let's say if your income is, for example, 10,000 rupees or 10,000 dirhams, then you have to ensure that you spend only 6,000 or 7,000. You have to budget yourself in 6,000 or 7,000, and if possible, you should spend at least 30% of your. You should save 30% of your income. I know if it's difficult, you cannot save 30%. At least save 20. If you cannot save 20, at least save 10. And when you save your income, whether it's 10, 20, 30, depending on your expenses and how you budget your expenses, ensure that this money you invest it somewhere. Because if you invest, I'm not a professional who can tell you or teach you on where to invest, what are the best platforms to invest, but there are n number of platforms for investment. You can invest in stocks, you can invest in shares, you can stocks and shares, you can invest in SIP, you can invest in government bonds, corporate bonds, fixed deposits, anything and everything that is needed you can invest. So you have to always invest money so that it can help you in a long run. Okay, and plus you get the benefits of compounding also. So whatever that you are investing today, probably in a long run, in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, it will give you good capital to start, or it will it will ensure that you have built a good asset after a certain period of time. But you need to remember one thing, that when you invest, don't invest like the way you're going to buy a jewelry. If you go to buy a jewelry, you do it once in a blue moon, like probably if there is an occasion, marriage, or some festival like Dhanteras, then only we invest in jewelry. But you should always invest like the way you spend money on groceries. So if you have to ensure that you invest or you buy groceries on a weekly basis or on a daily basis or on a monthly basis. Ensure that you invest on a monthly basis. Do an SIP if needed, but do it every month. Make this as a financial discipline for yourself. Second is, if you should not behave like others in your neighborhoods, in your peers, among your colleagues, or among your friends. Probably, if some friend who can afford a good car or a car and he's bought a car, you should not also go and buy a car just because your friend has bought it. At that time, what is important is you have to calculate that the EMI of the car, the parking expenses that you have on the car, the petrol expenses, the maintenance of the car, the depreciation, and all the other expenses in clubbed together. Is it more than what you are spending on your travel? If it's not more than what you are spending on your travel, please do not go for a car. Rather, use this money to invest. Showing off your status to an outsider is not going to make a difference. If you show off your status to the public or to your friends or peers or any third party, you know this is just a temporary basis. God forbid if something wrong happens, or and you have to sell your car, then the same people who might be coming and congratulating you, they will be the one who will be laughing at you, not only at your back but on your face also. So it's important that I'm not stopping you from buying a car. Please don't get me wrong. If you can afford it and you don't have to take loans for your car, if you can afford it with the money that you have, please go ahead and do it. Do not take, or if you think that God forbid if something wrong happens, you can sell the car and return your loan or your EMI. You do it. Do your own calculation, but just don't buy a car for a show off. I gave an example of a car, right? There are a lot of things which we buy it to show our status in society. So don't buy it to show your status in society. Second is, right now there are a lot of people who are into a trend of using credit cards. They use a lot of credit cards, and again, this is totally uh, depends on you. If you want to use it, please use it. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. But you need to be aware that at times when we buy credit card and we don't use it cautiously, and we keep on spending money using the credit card thinking that it's our money and we don't need to pay back, then this is a wrong habit. If you have used a credit card, ensure that you make the payment on time, and don't become an impulsive buyer. You're going out in a mall, you have seen something branded, something which you don't need, or probably something which you need but you have bought it just because you want to show to your friend circles, peers, family members, and you have spent a lot of money on that, thinking that you can make a payment next month. In this way, you are increasing your expense. Agreed that you have to pay in small EMIs, but these EMIs also, even if you're converting it into an EMI, these EMIs are also something that you're going to pay in the long run, right? Today, probably you have money. If you can pay the bill on a monthly basis, go ahead and use the credit card or buy with your credit card. But if you're converting that into an EMI, just think that tomorrow, if you need some money or some unexpected expenses comes over, like you and you need to spend money on that, then what will you do? So it's really very important that you don't use the credit card irresponsibly, and it's better that you should stay away from credit card. Sorry. Next is, if you have taken an auto loan, if you have taken any other loan, mortgage, personal loan, or credit card, ensure that you make your payments on a regular basis, on a timely basis. Because if you make a payment on a regular time, at a regular, at the due date, then only you build your credit score. Having a good credit score is a blessing. Ensure that you do have a good credit score, because generally what happens is people take money, they are irresponsible, they don't know how to use these credit facilities which they have taken, and at the end or ultimately they spoil their credit score. Just because they spoil their credit score, they cannot get loans or credit cards in future when they actually need it. So ensure that you manage your credit score well. Next is, you should always be surrounded by, so what you should do is you should always surround yourself with successful individuals, with people who have mastered in their field. Let's say if you are an engineer, you should surround with yourself with people who are really very good engineers. Or if you are a banker, you should surround yourself with good bankers. If you are into manufacturing industry, you should surround yourself with people who are successful in that industry. So what happens is that these people may have done a lot of mistakes which they will guide you not to do it. They will always tell you a better way of doing the work that they need to do it. And even like for financial, for managing budgets, you should always surround yourself with people who are investing a lot of money, right? So when you are with them, obviously you will learn good from them. We learn from our peers or from the people who are with us, or whom we generally interact. If you interact with good people, you learn better. If you, let's say, if you are surrounded, and you should ensure that among your group, you should be the average among all the people. So it means that everybody should be better than you. You should be a part of such group where majority of them are better than you, not that you are the best among them. So you should surround with such groups. If you surround with such groups, you learn, and generally when it comes to investment and how to budget your income, you will see that these people, they are saving 20-30% of their money, and they're investing in platforms which suits them the best. And then they will share a lot of knowledge, a lot of information with you, and this will help you in the long run. Okay, whenever you are investing money, ensure, or for you from your expenses, whenever you're investing money from your investment, from your income, you will see that you invest that money for 10, 15, 20 years. Then only you will see the benefit of compounding. Then only you will see that how it has helped you to become financially successful or financially independent. Second, you should read more. You should read a lot of books, and ensure that whichever direction that you want to go on, read books only which is related to that. So books, like friends, should be few and well chosen. So ensure that you read more and more books instead of spending time on televisions or wasting time with friends or going out. You should, if you have few friends or no friends, trust me, you are far better off, because you can use your time productively. So every second, every minute, every hour counts, and it's really very important that we should always make books our friend, because if we make books our friend, we learn a lot and it helps us to grow, right? I have already told you that we should spend at least 30% or 20% of your income. If you are unable to sorry, you should always save 30% or 20% of your income. If you are unable to save 30 or 20%, at least save 10% of your income. First you save this income, and then with remaining 90% or remaining 80%, budget your all expenses. Don't do that, you budget your all expenses, you do your expenditure, and then after that whatever is saved, you use this money for investing. Don't do that way, rather do it vice versa. All right. And apart from that, one thing which we all should take care of is, whatever our salary is, ensure that at least 3 to 6 months of our salary is kept safe away, which is not touched, which is untouched, so that God forbid in future if you face any problem, then those money can help you. Even if you don't have a job for 3 to 6 months, at least you can use this money, you can use this fund to look for another job, and your bills are taken care of, your expenses are being paid, and you don't feel or you don't face much of the challenges. So these are really very important tips, guys. I hope this will help you to manage your expenses and give you a financial freedom. If you like the video and if you watched it till here, then please do suggest, please do comment on what are the other topics that you want me to discuss or make videos on, because it's really very important. And apart from that, please do share, subscribe, to this channel, and please shower your love so that we can make more and more videos. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching the entire video. Thank you so much.